All right, everybody. Fucking cold open. I'm in the middle of a diatribe. And then YouTube takes me down. Doing fucking great. An hour in. Fucking dozens of people watching and chatting. And then the power goes out. I'm like, what the fuck? Because of the cold temperatures here in Alabama, I'm in Mobile, Alabama, power goes out and then it comes back on. Conspiracy much. First, Sundar Pichai tries to take my ass out. Then the power company tries to take my ass out. I've been waiting 4 fucking years to be here doing this. Hello, Gord. Thanks for coming back. I've been waiting 4 fucking years. 4 years. Hell, now I'm broadcasting on Facebook too. On my profile. But I've been waiting 4 years for this. 4 years. And then I got a live stream. I got like 40, 50 people watching. Boom, it fucking drops. I'll leave it up. But you cannot convince me that fucking shenanigans are not afoot. You cannot convince me of that. Yeah, it's cold here, man. It's about 32 degrees outside. Living on the Gulf Coast here in beautiful Mobile, Alabama, people ain't used to it. People ain't used to it, right? Everybody's got their fucking electric heaters on, and everybody doing this because they're fucking cold. Hey, South! Hey, South. Oh, dang. Yeah, Beantown. Let me throw it in, man. Because, you know, this ain't really necessarily about being famous. No, this is just about me coming on, talking about how I feel. And you guys doing the same. So, yeah, let me, there you go, Gord. The link is there in the chat there, so you can clip it, and I'll bring you on there, Beantown. No worries. Man, you can't. Hey, Ralph, what's going on? Kyle, yeah, America. America is back. Beantown, give me a couple fingers, buddy. You know, I can put up my porn shield. All right, there we go. Yeah, I like that, the right one.
How's that for a finger? That good enough for you, you fuck?
Yeah, this is for Joe Biden, you fuck. By the way, we're both teamsters. That's how we
day,
talk.
Man. It's a good day, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. I've been waiting 4 fucking years, man.
The nightmare is finally over, guy.
It's the beginning of the
is finally over.
end. The beginning of the end of the nightmare. Because, dude, we got a lot of hard work to do. You know, I remember when I drove truck, right?
Welcome to the everybody's going to be accountable and fuck around, find out.
Well, I want to send this message to my people back home in Stockton, California, you know, where I grew up.
Yep.
Truck drivers, if you go to a distribution center and they don't speak English, please call Tom Holman. Start off with Trader Joe's warehouse in Stockton, California. Okay? Just saying. You know?
Dude, I'm so tired of the narrative for the last 4 years has been fucking exhausting.
Oh, dude, it's like our country went insane.
It's been exhausting.
Yeah,
That's the best
Totally.
word I can use for it. Exhausting. Where you're
I
just
know.
every couple months we're going, what the fuck? What now? What next? Like just over and over and over. I'm done. Like it. I'm so happy it's over, and we.
Can't hear you, brother. Just let me know when you come back. I know you're driving. Being town out, making it happen, getting the work done. But yeah, it's been a lot of mental anguish, man. Look at all these fucking pussies wanting to fucking play in women's sports, right? Fucking trannies fucking wanting to compete against women because they can't compete against men because they're fucking cowards. Look at that shit. That insanity alone. I mean, you got men playing women's sports, stealing scholarships, stealing championships, fucking hurting women because they want the world to live with their mental illusion. I'm sorry, you're missing a rib. You got testicles. You're a guy. Okay,
Bro,
Beantown.
look, like here's the thing. I'm a live and let live person, right? What you do in the privacy of your own home is none of my fucking business.
Damn right.
It's none of my fucking business what you want to do in your bedroom or the privacy of your own fucking home. I personally don't give a shit. But if you're going to stuff your ideologies down my throat, we're going to have problems.
Yep.
You do you, and you let me do me. And if you're not doing anything that's going to be harmful to the people that I care about or me, then I don't give a fuck. But as soon
Uh,
but as soon as you start
yep.
trying to stuff your viewpoint down my throat or in my face 24/7, we're going to have a problem with that.
Right.
And
Right.
that's what this whole 4 years was about.
Yep.
If you disagreed for 1 second on one thing with the left, dude, how many in the last 4 years I've been called every fucking name in the book because I vote Republican.
Me too.
And I live in a heavy. I'm in Massachusetts, guy. We're
Ooh.
68% blue here.
Right.
I've been called every fucking name in the book, and you know what? About a half a year ago, I just started. I just said fuck it, and you know what? I just started giving them the middle finger back. At first, I tried to get along and just be the bigger person.
Mm-hmm.
Avon, I'm telling you, guy, I am gonna be a fucking demon to these people for the next 4 years, and I mean it. Absolutely, you should check my X account out. I am gonna be a fucking demon to these people. Because you know what? For 3 years, I was the better person and said nothing and gave him the benefit of the doubt and was
Mm-hmm.
polite and respectful and gave him
Mm-hmm.
gave him the respect that any normal person deserved. But you know what, dude? That shit's out the door. I am gonna be the full Bostonian fucking asshole that they have.
Damn right.
And you know what? I'm gonna have no. I'm gonna regret nothing about it. I'm going to
Well,
regret
look at
because
what they did to us whenever we talk politics on here onto YouTube. How many channels have I lost because of that? Remember?
and I'm dude, and you know what? You know what's wild?
Huh.
I'm not like I'm. If you need help, I'm fully on board with giving you help if you qualify for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Single moms in bad neighborhoods that have no way
Hold
of
on, hold on.
escape.
Let me clarify this for you, though.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
American
people.
citizens only.
No, oh no. Believe me, if you're here illegally
Go the
and
fuck
you,
home.
well, that's what. If you did not take the legal proper steps and routes to be in here,
You don't belong here.
I'm sorry. Even if you're not breaking the law and you're
If you can't
abiding
support
by
yourself, leave.
even if you're abiding by the law and you're not causing any harm to, you still broke the law to come back in here.
That's
So
right.
guess what? We have to.
Well,
maybe you're not
look
going to
at
get.
what.
Maybe you're listen. Maybe you're not fully going to get deported, but we are
Uh-huh.
going to take. But we are going to take you back to the border, and make you start the fucking process over, and do it
Right.
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 You know, you might not fully get deported if you're not if you're not a criminal. But guess what? You're going to
Right.
have to go back to the border and do it the right way. Sorry, like
Well,
sorry.
look at what these bloodsuckers have done to the European countries.
Well, and here's the thing, Abe, what a lot of people don't
Ooh.
understand, like, right? You've dealt a lot with the unions, right?
Mhm.
You've been in that game for a while.
Oh yeah,
I'm in it right now.
you're in the game. Yeah.
I'm in it right now. I'm in it. Like
Hmm.
so, but like they 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 drive costs and price.
Yeah.
Like the non-union
Yeah.
laborers, the non-union labor costs drive costs and price. They
Well, look
do.
at my former employer.
But so no, but
They
you,
they
that's what
have
I'm.
about they have about
That's what I'm.
15 guys that work for their shop directly, right? And then they
Yep,
got a
yep,
pool
yep.
of like 90 illegal aliens that they blow up on jobs. And I was talking to one of
But
my
that's what I'm
former
saying. So
coworkers.
they
I won't say
manipulate.
who.
They manipulate the price points and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They manipulate the price points and all. But it's
Did you
the
see that
biggest
little
thing for.
video I put up on Fired?
Yep. Yeah,
That
I did. No,
scared
I
the
did.
holy fuck out of that shop. And if
The,
they're watching, I got news for you, motherfuckers. I'm going to have ice on speed dial, and people that work for you are going to have ice on speed dial, and people are going to start dialing.
I
As
just
soon as Holman comes out with that number, baby.
hey, A-bomb. They wanted to go this route. The left, the Marxist, leftist, feminists, all these extremist groups, they wanted to swing this fucking pendulum all the way to the left as far as they could get it.
Well, working people
And
like
the
you and
people and
me,
the
we got
people
no
and the
respect.
listen, right? And the people that were supposed to be like, I don't know if we should do that. Just let them
Right.
do it. You know?
Yeah.
So guess what? Guess what, you idiots? Now it's
Time to
time for
tank.
the pendulum to swing back the other direction, you morons.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what?
Oh, yeah.
These Marxist feminine, any of these people that are on the ultra left, your people brought this on. What's going
Yep.
on? The mass deportations, the all of the stuff that's about to happen, all of the stuff that's about to happen, with the with the LGBTQ stuff, right? You
Mm-hmm.
drove this. They have nobody to blame but themselves. You want to be mad? Be mad at your own community for not policing itself and being so goddamn extreme. Plain and simple. Plain and
Mm-hmm.
simple. I have nothing against that community. Nothing. Not one friggin' thing. But you leave the goddamn kids out of it. If they're under 18 years old, then you have then leave the kids out of this. They have
Hey,
let them
Beantown,
let them be a
have you ever
goddamn kid.
seen,
Let them be a
have you ever seen,
goddamn kid.
have you ever seen Gays Against Groomers?
Heard of it.
They're on Twitter, or I mean X. Check them out. Gays Against Groomers. Normal
But
fucking gay people.
you get what I'm like.
Totally.
No kid should have to make any decision like that. Like no, you don't get to force any of those. If you're if you're telling me that an 8-year-old can make those kind of decisions, we
Mm-hmm.
got other issues, and we need to start looking at like maybe we should start pulling your hard drive, big guy. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like no no no
Mm-hmm.
no 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 no. Kids need to be kids until they're 18. That you're still you're a minor until you're 18 years old. So guess what? None of that shit should even be introduced to them, in my opinion, until that point.
Right. Right. Well, I look at
I'm
all
sorry,
the
man.
alphabet
I mean,
rainbow shit. It's a
call me an
religion.
extreme. You know what I mean? Call me an extremist. Call me an asshole. But until a kid is a legal adult and can make those kind of decisions and has the information and the mental capacity to absorb what that fucking means, then guess
Mm-hmm.
what? You don't get to. You don't know. No, that is a hard no. We will stuff your ass in jail for that, idiots.
Right.
I'm
Right.
sorry, man. I'm so happy that
You are
this
like every other Trump supporter today, every other America loving person today, brother. There's
yeah
so much, and I get it. It's overwhelming
the
to
narrative.
think
That's why I
of
said
all these critical issues.
when we first started talking, the the nightmare, the narrative, all of this woke identity politics bullshit is finally fucking over. And we can just go back to merit based, common sense discussions. And like these last 4 years, dude, were exhausting. They were freaking exhausting.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Well, since it's Martin Luther King Day and all, it's time to judge people by the merit of their character.
Their character alone. And
There's a
who
great quote.
they could be fucking blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like who gives a shit? You're gonna
Don't
hire the most qualified candidate, regardless if it's male, female, regardless if they're white, black, brown, none of like if they're qualified for the job and their merits warrant them getting the job or whatever it is, the position that you're offering,
right.
then they get it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, man, I think that your radicals on the other side, with every fucking issue they have, overplayed their hands so fucking much. It was disgusting.
Well,
I
now you even
view,
dude, you look at reports
yeah,
coming out, right? You look at reports coming out now because the truth, we know this, the truth always comes out after
it
what
always
was
does.
going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
People in the Democratic Party knew that they were going to lose what 5 months ahead of the end of the election.
Oh, they knew as soon as fucking Trump fucking debated Biden,
September.
it was over.
I think that was the coffin nail. The coffin nail was the what August or September debate where he
Right.
just that was coffin nail.
Oh,
Done.
by the
Over.
way, can I say Kamala's not black? She doesn't have a drop of African blood in her, unless, of course, she's running around with Willie Brown.
But see, that's like when you have people like her own party was questioning started to question her and started questioning her credibility and stuff like when not never mind the cracks in the plan that the Republicans could easily find. Her own
Mm-hmm.
party was had no direction, no like the Republicans rallied, guy. We rallied behind a voice and a cause that Trump is and JD are gonna be as much of a voice of reason as they can be coming up. And we
Right.
got to see a different side of it. It was a more like a more personable side, man. Like he's he reached out to Democrats to be a part of his like the Tulsi Gabbard stuff. Like he's he he learned, dude. He learned a lot, I think, from that first term. He did.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's
learned a
right.
lot from that first term. and
Oh yeah.
and
Well,
and if you're
come
telling
on,
and if
man.
you're telling me listen, if you're a feminist and one of these hardcore left people and you're telling me that you're not going to support Tulsi Gabbard being a part of the cabinet, dude, she's a that is a badass chick right there, an Air
She's a
Force.
fucking colonel in the military.
I was just going to say she's a fucking colonel in the Air Force, and you're telling
I
me you're
thought it was
not going to.
Hawaii National Guard.
Well, the National Guard. So, she's a colonel in the military, right? And you're
Mm-hmm.
not dude. What do you think it takes? Never mind, guys reaching the rank of colonel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it takes for a woman to reach that rank? You know what I mean? It's probably
Right.
twice as hard. It's probably twice as hard for a female to reach that rank that it is a male. And and you're telling me that you're as a feminist woke, whatever to whatever, you want to call yourself, left, part of the left, and you're telling me that you're gonna try and trash that woman, then it was never
Mm-hmm.
it was never about what you say, and you're full of shit.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Here, let me.
Because if you're about fighting for women and women's equality and women's rights and all that, that's a
Mm-hmm.
badass chick right there. That's a colonel in the military as a woman, and she's about to be a part of a presidential cabinet, and you're not going to support her, then
Mm-hmm.
then you can just find the fattest hog out there and go eat it. You
Right.
you know what I mean? It was never like, this is what dude, I've gotten into it so much with these. It's like you stand on nothing. Then if you're not going to support that, then you stand on nothing. That's a badass chick right there.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, look, our leader is speaking. God, I love that. I know he's up to something right now, but we're talking. So, I just want to have our president on there just so all you fucking libtards can fucking cry.
Just eat it up, man. Like I said,
Man, look
like
at
I
that.
said,
Look at
like I
that. The
said.
presidential podium. Look who's behind it. Look at that. The three most powerful people in our country, and they all love it. Haven't had that in a while.
And I think there's a new motivation too, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
I've never felt better. I've never felt better in the last probably 20 years about the direction that the immense amount of potential that they have to do really good things in the next 4 years, dude, is
Mm-hmm.
is a lot. I've never felt better about the potential future of this country.
Oh, me too, man. Me too. I mean, I've waited my whole adult life for a government that would protect my work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the using illegals to
Yep.
build shit.
Yep.
Ground zero was Stockton, California, and the great evil pioneer was Alex J. Spanos. And I mean, Alex J. Spanos,
Yep.
he used to sell bologna sandwiches off his food cart to the migrant workers, during World War II and all that, right? And then he was running hookers out the
Yep.
back of
Yep. Yep.
that
Yep.
bologna truck. And then he met a guy named Tricoli, and then they started fucking building shit using those fucking illegals to avoid paying for union labor. Because back then, the world was union, And my grandfather was there for all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You knew a scab job because it was a fucking Spanos job. And you'd go and you'd see the fucking scabs and fuck you baby boomers for fucking really kicking that off. Okay? You knew it was a Spanos job.
You look at this, like I said, guy. The elitists in this country they are petrified right now.
Oh,
They are
yeah.
petrified, and you know what? They should be.
Well,
They
you're a
should
Teamster.
be,
You're
because
a Teamster, right?
they tried to bury this whole. Never mind Trump and Vance. They tried to bury the Republican Party for 4 years, dude. They tried
Oh,
to
yeah.
end the momentum, end everything. And you know what?
Well,
We
we
stood
couldn't even
on
get on here and talk
the
about it.
the Republican Party stood on all 10, and you know what I mean. We stood right, and
It wasn't the Republican Party, bro. It was the American people. Because remember,
true,
remember,
true.
remember, it was the Republicans who were shipping in these illegals. It was the Republicans, Reagan, Nixon,
Yep,
that
yep, yep.
started this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Remember, the Democrats used to fight for closing the border. The
Yeah.
Democrats used to fight for those things, and then Bill Clinton flipped the script because he liked that corporate money.
Well, that's the other thing too. It's like the Democratic Party has lost its way, man.
Oh,
They
they're
have lost.
totally
They,
fucking gone.
they, they have lost. Not only have they lost their way, but they've lost their minds.
Yeah. Well,
They have
I was
lost
raised.
their minds.
I was raised in an old school Union Democratic home. Okay. Old school, man. We hated Reagan. We hated Bush. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we hated Reagan and Bush for the same reasons, the same exact reasons I hate Biden today. And if my beloved ancestors could rise from the grave, my grandfather that fought in World War II, my grandfather that fought in the Korean War, right? My paternal grandfather fought in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
My uncles that went to war for this fucking country. My dad, you know, if they could
Mm-hmm.
rise from the grave and see what Biden was doing, if the greatest generation could rise from the grave and see what Biden and the Democrats have turned into, they'd let the fucking Nazis win.
Mm.
Okay? And then they call us Nazis. Well, fuck you. My paternal grandfather had ships, plural, blown out from under him in the passage to Lend-Lease fucking fleet going to England to give them weapons. Two
My
ships
uncle,
blown out from under him.
my uncle was in the. My uncle died at 97, and he was in the African campaign in World War
Yep,
II.
yep. My uncle Eddie was in the Army, World War II, brought back my Aunt Marlene from Germany. But he killed Nazis. You know, and all these little shits, I want them to go take a look at the Nazi platform and the Democratic platform, right? They're kind of similar. They're
Not
kind
kinda.
of alike.
Not kinda.
Yeah, gun control, abortion, race-based politics. Yeah, all that shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, the Democratic parties who gave us the Ku Klux Klan. I'm living in Mobile, Alabama, man. This was ground zero for that bullshit. You know?
Like I said before, dude, I'm just tired. I'm happy that this nightmare is over.
Well, I don't think it's
I mean, we got
completely
a lot
over
of
yet
work. Don't get
because the
you.
work needs to be done.
I was just gonna say we got a lot of work ahead of us, but we are not gonna. We are no longer gonna do any more damage to this country. It's repair and fix and unite time.
Oh, how about old fucking Joe pardoning Fauci and Millie today?
I read that this
And the
morning, and
whole J6 committee.
oh yeah, I read that this morning, and I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Well,
And
here's
he
the
did,
cool thing, though.
and you know what? He pardoned them. You look at all the like, you don't pardon anybody that you don't know that's hiding some shit that's like, that's
Yeah, I've
fucking
never heard of
incriminating.
pardoning. I've never heard of pardoning people who
Who are
haven't had
innocent,
charges brought against them yet.
who are innocent. You don't pardon somebody
You
that's
don't pardon
innocent.
the innocent. That's right. But Biden didn't pardon himself. You know what I mean? But here, let me
Good.
give you the silver lining to this cloud. There is a silver lining, okay? All those people that Biden pardoned, Milley, the J6 committee,
The
the Sun.
entire committee. The entire
Okay,
committee. All of them.
okay, get this. They can be compelled to testify before Congress, and they cannot plead the Fifth Amendment because no action can be taken against them.
Yep.
And they
Yep.
have to tell the truth or they will be held in contempt of Congress.
In contempt of
And if
Congress,
they are in contempt of
can.
Congress, then we can put them in jail.
Yep. Yep.
So there is a silver lining, and people need to, our leaders need to, Trump needs to, we need to get them before Congress. And
Yep.
we need those
Yep.
questions to start being asked because
Yep.
they have to tell the truth. And let me tell you something, when a lawyer asks you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of lawyers in Congress and the Senate, when they ask you a question, they already know the answer to it. And if you don't answer that fucking correctly, they got you.
Correctly or honestly is the big one. You don't answer it honestly, you're screwed.
That's right. So there is a silver lining to all of Biden's pardons because now the truth can come out. Like Adam Schiff thinks he's safe right now, but he can be compelled. He's a senator, but he can still be compelled to testify. Or somebody can testify that'll get him and they can throw his ass out of the Senate. I sense another recall happening in California. You know,
Hey, we've watched it over the last 8 years, A-bomb. California's slowly turning back into that red state that it used to be.
well, you know, where I'm from, if you look at the map of how California voted, where I'm from voted red.
But
Where I
you know
grew
what
up
I'm saying?
voted red.
You
The
know what I'm
Valley
saying, right?
voted red.
Slowly but surely, that state. If you watch the track for the last like 10 years, I'm telling you, man. Maybe not this election, but in maybe 2 or 3, that that state's going to go red. People in that state are absolutely 100% tired of the Democratic leadership there. They are
Would you
sick
like?
of it.
I can tell you when California fell. California fell when they went to the jungle primary. They changed everything, right? And 2020 was the final nail in the coffin for California with all the mail in ballots and all the fraud that they're fighting to keep in place. Okay. But California fell years and years ago. See, the California I grew up in was Ronald Reagan's California. The California I grew up in, we had a great governor named Duke Majan, and we had Pete Wilson. And for his first tour, Jerry Brown was actually pretty damn good during the 70s, right? He balanced the budget. But California went fucking insane under Bush and Clinton. It went in, the whole state went fucking nuts. And Ronald Reagan hurt California too, because when Ronald Reagan became governor of California, he had a part-time legislature. But Ronald Reagan turned the state assembly and the state senate in California into full-time politicians. Okay? So if you're in California, think about that. We can't be Republicans, or please don't be a Democrat, or Democrats. We got to be Americans first. We got to know the history of it. And I know my California politics pretty well. You know, I've always paid attention. I was raised by a family that paid attention. And I'm here to tell you, California can be great again. It can be. Right? We need to get sanity back in style. That's what we need. We need our young people learning trade skills rather than underwater lesbian basket weaving. We need to reform our universities. Private university, you can teach what you want. But a public university, come on, man, we shouldn't be feminist studies. That's a bullshit topic. It won't get you a job. Public universities need to teach engineering, business, law. Our junior colleges need to ramp up trade programs and apprenticeships. That's what our country needs. You go on a job site, you see people framing a building, English is not spoken. We have lost so much knowledge as a country in the trades by using illegal alien slave labor. We've lost it. The work isn't as good as it used to be. Big building I was working on, pop, not a square wall in it. What's up, brother?
What's cracking?
Nothing much, man. Just doing politics. Tell me what you think.
I think we're in the same boat we were last night. I mean, the problem is, dude, is we have, you know, we have a situation where nobody wants anybody to get better, right? It's like we're like on a hamster wheel. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. We're on this wheel. We can't get a living wage. We can't get it. We can't get what we need. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm optimistic, but I just don't really see it. I don't really see it. We all know that the president's nuts have been neutered. They neutered him, right? You could see last time Trump was in office. I'm not really a big Trump guy. I'm not either one. But the last time he was in office and he was getting ready when they said, "Oh, we're going to shut the country down for 2 weeks," and he walked away from the podium, you seen how pissed off he was, right? Because he had no control. He has no power. He can't say, no, we're not going to do that. So that's where my problem lies, is who's really running this shit, right? Because
I agree.
Joe Biden wasn't running the country for the last 4 years. And before that, I don't know who was running the country. But during Bush and all the other people, they're not running the shit either. So what's going on?
Trump was betrayed, man.
Well,
he was. I mean, come on. General Milley was the former.
That fact, dude,
you know what he did?
I know, but listen, that's part of Trump's fault, because he was naive and he believed a lot of the people that were telling him to bring in these people.
Right.
Okay.
Well, so Trump not being a political guy, he wasn't a politician.
I know, and he doesn't have money. I understand. He already has money. He can't be bought. I understand all of these things, bro. I get it. Okay.
But as president, he was supposed to be able to trust the FBI director, Comey, who tried to set him up.
Right.
The deep state fucked him over, bro.
Yeah, no, listen.
They did.
I know what they did, dude. You know, I'm not naive. You know, I pay attention to what people are doing. I don't like what they've done. I don't like how they've gone and you know, politicized, you know, or locked up their political opponents.
They politicized our NFL.
Dude, not just the NFL, the NBA, everything. Everything has gone to the way of the dodo, bro. Everything's just gone.
Do you know how many videos I made cussing Kaepernick out and how many channels I lost over that?
Yeah, it's a lot of, but at the same time, dude, you have to understand that the people that want shit to happen are pushing this shit. They're pushing it and pushing it and pushing, and the media is right in bed with them, helping them push it.
The media is owned by the people pushing it.
Exactly. That's
there are 7 people that own all of the media in the United States.
Not even that, dude. You know, George Soros just bought like 400 or 500 radio stations.
Oh yeah. He just bought. It wasn't Clear Channel. It was another one. But yeah.
I mean, so, and not only that, he goes in here. He not only that, George Soros gives a bunch of money to all of these liberal politicians, not just politicians, but DAs. And hold on.
Let me correct you on something. Okay, when we refer to George Soros, former Nazi sympathizer.
Oh, I know what he is.
George Soros.
I know what he is. He's
the Jew that turned up Jews into Hitler and company. George Soros.
I know. And then after the war ended, he went and collected all the loot. That's what did happen. Right. He knew where they stashed it all. And after they all got rounded up, he went over there and took it all. That's why he got all his money. I'm not dumb. You know, I know where all this shit comes from, bro. You know,
right. I mean, your outfit makes you a little suspect, but I love you anyway.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
Being able to give a Raider fan shit on my channel is always fun. Just saying.
I'm not tripping.
I know, because y'all give me so much.
The other problem I have with Trump was printing the $8.5 trillion. That was a lot of money. Totally
fucking agree.
That's a lot of money to print. I mean, there's a lot of things that
Trump was not really. He did not govern as a Republican, no matter what.
No, I know.
Trump governed as a centrist. Matter of fact, sometimes he'd be a little right, but most time he is a little left of center.
Yep.
And he governed more like Bill Clinton.
Yeah, he's more of a Democrat. Trump's always been a Democrat.
Well, he was a Democrat most of his life, like I was.
Yeah, no, I know. I know his background. You know, listen. You know, I live in you know, lefty.
You're in
fucking
NorCal.
over here. And so, my whole neighborhood, you know, I get arguments up and down the street just walking my dog, bro.
Oh, I believe it.
So,
people aren't even civil anymore.
No, well, the problem is the thing is like all these people that I talk to, right, in my neighborhood, they're all older than me, right? And so they're all like, well, I don't work anymore, so I don't give a shit. Okay.
Piece of shit, baby boomers, worst generation ever.
Right. But then that's why, and then so I sit there and I look at him and I say, well, that's why Pat's son's living at his house right now, and he's 50 years old, because ain't nobody could get a living wage, no one could get out on their own and do their thing. And you're okay with that because you think this is your mom and dad's Democrat. These aren't those Democrats. And a lot of people think that that's what they are. They're not. They're communists. They're straight up communists, dude. You can call them whatever you want. You can call them socialists. You can call them fascists. But they're running off of the Marxist policies, Marxist 101.
Totally.
So
we need to go through all of our colleges, and we need to get rid of tenure and root all them socialist fucking professors that have never worked in the private sector in their lives the fuck out.
Well, that's why, all these people that come out of college are all brainwashed, bro. They get in there and they get brainwashed.
Totally.
They have the educational system, dude, which means that they get to set the culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And until we start weeding that, we got to get back in there. But they've listen. Our Supreme Court
we infiltrated elementary schools,
right? So
they're teaching kids this shit.
Our Supreme Court takes on like less than 100 cases a year. When the Democrats had the Supreme Court, they were taking over 300 cases a year. How are you going to reverse that policy with doing less?
Our Chief Justice, Baby Bush appointee, is a piece of shit.
Yeah, Justice Scalia. I know who you're talking about.
No, Scalia. Thomas. No, not Thomas. Oh, fuck.
No, Justice Thomas is cool. I think it's Justice Scalia.
Thomas is all right, but
I'm sorry, it's the other dude. Scalia.
Yeah, the Chief Justice, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Rehnquist. Aha, there you go.
Yeah, they're all look, dude. They have this AR-15 ban sitting in front of them. It's been sitting in front of them for a while. They don't want to take it up because that'll get rid of all. That'll get rid of all of the gun controller shit, and they won't have anything to run on. That's all they have to run on, dude.
No worries, Beantown. Yeah, oh no, I agree. Hey, look, Trump's signing the executive orders. See that? Well, he's signing.
Oh well, which ones?
That's a good start, baby.
I mean, listen, and this is the problem, right? That's cool, but like I'm still having. So what happened to the people that were just running the shit that were controlling Biden? They just left. They don't have any more power. I mean, this is what I'm thinking.
Why do you think we're going to be holding investigations? Why do you think guys like Hegseth say they're going to start throwing the woke out? Literally, the first job.
I hope they do start doing something. I hope they do start throwing people in jail for lying to Congress. They got
to go through and just clean the federal government the fuck out.
Yeah, well, that's what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to go. But listen, Abam, if you look at the positions in the ATF, he's allowed to appoint the guy of the ATF, right? But all the other positions are from within. So
the permanent retirement positions, that's what he needs to go after.
So
that's
So how do you change the culture in the ATF if you're able to put one guy in, but all the other people have to come within the branch? All the other appointments come within the branch. When the whole branch is anti-government, it was anti-government
up until about 20 years ago, give or take, right? Most of your federal employees were pretty much on the level. The problem is Congress granted regulatory agencies the power to make laws.
No. You're
talking about, hold on. They make regulations with the power of law because Congress is too fucking lazy to do it.
You're talking about the Chevron deference. They threw that out. Chevron
I am talking about your EPA. I am talking about your ATF. All
Yeah.
those regulations
Yeah, they got thrown
that
out.
they
dude.
passed were not voted on by Congress.
I know the Chevron
And
deference
are
has been thrown out by the
unconstitutional.
Supreme Court. The Supreme
Yeah.
Court overruled that about
Yep.
6 months ago.
Yep.
So
Unconstitutional.
yeah, but yet they're still doing it. The EPA is over here, or CARB is over here making laws for California.
Oh, that's going to come to an end.
Huh?
That'll be coming to an end.
Yeah, no, I know. And it can't come soon enough. Like
Right.
the smog and everything that they do over here in this state is nothing but a hindrance, dude. You can't bring
Right.
your car here. You have to smog your car. They have to look underneath your hood. The smog.
Well, look at all the semi trucks that have to be California certified. You see that sticker on trucks all over the country.
Well,
Just so you can drive into the fucking state.
How do you like this? They tried to bring in fire trucks from Oregon to fight the fires in LA, and
they stopped them.
The fuck off. You didn't pass the smog. Get the fuck out of here.
When they fucking stopped them.
So that tells me right there, you don't want to put the fire out. You don't want help. You want
Right.
it to do, bro.
Right. I mean, fucking how stupid. I mean, when government or politicians or leaders put their theology over common sense.
Ideology.
No, I call it theology because I believe it's a religion.
Well,
You got your environmental religion. You got your rainbow alphabet people religion, and all the science they try to say, oh, this is proven. No, it's not even science.
No, it's never.
They make their assumption and then they try to prove it. Science don't work like that.
If there was one case of transgenderism being a positive, they would run it 24/7, 7 days a week. They would never get off of it. They'd say, no, this is our proof, and this is it. But
you see, that shit is a religion, bro. It's more fantasy than any religion on the planet.
Yeah.
Okay. It's theology. They believe stuff is right without facts. They have to create their reasons for believing it because science will prove them wrong. Gender dysphoria is a mental illness. It's a mental fucking illness, not a cause célèbre.
Oh, I know. They're mentally ill. Even being gay was mentally ill back in the 80s until they turned it.
Being gay was a mental illness up until 1976 or 77. It was classified as a mental illness.
Yep.
And I don't have anything against gay people. Their lifestyle is their religion.
Yeah,
By the way,
I don't care what you do. Just don't put
your religion is how you live and what you believe.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's what it is.
Yep.
It's a religion.
I just yeah, I'm just mind my own business, and I don't care what people are doing as long as they ain't fucking with me.
That's the American way. That's the American way. Leave me the fuck alone to do what I got to do and pursue happiness. You pursue yours, I'll pursue mine. Que sera.
Yeah.
That's the American way. But I mean, fuck, people don't even talk with each other anymore.
No, because
they don't even talk with each other anymore.
No, the media's got everybody pinned against each other, dude. They turned everybody against each other in this country.
You know what I found?
They turned politics into my team, your team. The Democrats are the 49ers. The Republicans are the fucking are the Raiders. It doesn't matter.
No,
whatever team you want to put in there, that's all they are. They want to root. My team wins no matter how bad can burn the country down. I don't care. My team won. That's the wrong way of thinking. The way to think is the American people need to be winning, and we don't win when the politicians are winning. Right now, the politicians are winning, and we're losing.
Yeah, well,
and that's not
I can't agree with you because do you want to know what our founding fathers were terrified of? Specifically, George Washington, political parties.
Yeah, and
they did not want political parties.
And a standing army. We didn't want a standing army either.
I mean, every state is supposed to be like a nation, and then we're united together under a federal umbrella, but we're supposed to be 50 different experiments in democracy so we can see what works and we can see what doesn't, and we can all still live together.
but California definitely doesn't work. So
Oh,
why are we still experimenting with it?
You are talking to somebody who escaped. You don't leave California, you fucking escape. I mean, when I went down there, man, and I had to, fix up my mom's house to pay off all of her debt and do all that shit, gas was fucking hitting like $7 a gallon.
Yep, it's at 5 right now. It's going to jump back up. Well, hopefully it won't jump back up here in a minute, but I don't know what's going to happen, dude. I like this guy. This guy's a pro gunner guy right here.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember his name, but he's a.
I believe if my government can point it at me, I should be able to point it back.
Oh, absolutely. Unfortunately, right? I mean, that's how everything has a bite. If you can't back your ideology with violence, then it doesn't mean anything. If there's no bite behind your bark, then why is anyone going to listen?
Right. I got a lot of people that are like, well, we don't talk religion and we don't talk politics.
Yeah. I try.
But then they try to do that with me, and I'm like, okay, dude, you tell me you don't talk politics because you can't.
Well,
because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They're like, and I'm like, dude, if you can make a point to me and change my fucking mind, right on. Hey, Gord, remember the Raiders had the first openly gay player come out while they played on your team.
Yeah, well, massive. I'm not too worried about massive. But we don't got a guy over there torquing, bro. We don't got a guy torquing.
Yeah, I'm sure he was twerking in the locker room, though.
but we did have a head coach with some pom poms.
You got to blame the Rams for starting all that shit, dude. See, here's the thing, bro. If you go to a college game, right? You see the guys out there, the male cheerleaders throwing the chicks up. And
well, that's different.
I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
But a man with fucking pom-poms and shit?
Yeah, that's a deal.
Fuck out of here. I remember when Robin Williams did it as a joke. That was funny because it was a joke.
Right.
But why do they got to keep putting these jokes in front of us? Can't turn on a single new program, not even Star Wars, for God's sakes, without some fucking fag on there. I'm sick of this shit. Sick of it.
It's crazy, man. It has gotten a little bit crazy, but it is what it is.
It's a religion.
Hopefully things will start turning around, right? Hopefully we're starting to come around that edge. The pendulum is starting to swing back, right? But we'll see. I mean, the least thing we need in this country is more division, right? So I understand where Trump's coming from right now. He's trying to unite everybody, but you can only unite people that want to unite, dude. If
our country is split right now.
Want to unite.
Our country is split right now, and really, Trump doesn't have to do anything except say, "Look at California."
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. And I'm proud to have grown up in Stockton, California. I'm proud of all that because shit, my mom's family, they fought with Fremont, bro. They went and they fought Mexicans to take California.
Yep. My
family, my football team is named after some of my ancestors from the 1849 gold rush. And I had family there before that fighting with Fremont. My mom's side, dude, is a California family. Some came over the Oregon Trail. Some fucking came over the Plank Highway. Some rode horses, some walked, some came in an old Model T. But my family pioneered that fucking state. It breaks my heart to see what that state has become. And the thing a lot of people don't understand is it's people that are not from the state, that are from the great asshole migration of the late 60s, 70s, and 80s. Every asshole from the fucking country decided to move to California. I mean, fucking.
It was the greatest state in the country, dude.
Yeah, it was. And they didn't make it that way. They're the ones that fucked it up.
Yeah, they ruined it. The Democrats have ruined it. They've ruined the state. They've taken
Nancy Pelosi
and killed it.
Nancy Pelosi's from Baltimore. Her father from Baltimore.
It's a monster. Yeah, he's a mobster. He hung out with Lucky Luciano. I know.
Yeah, I mean, hello.
He's a heroin front in the heroin trade.
And
yeah,
who's Nancy Pelosi's fucking nephew?
Yeah, Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom.
He's out with the Gettys. Who do you think's house they saved? They saved the Getty's house and the Getty Library. There's all sitting there watering it down.
Oh, yeah, Getty was right there in it, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you can't make this shit up, dude. I know about the 4 families of California. You know,
California is a victim of the great asshole migration. If you take a look at the leaders creating problems in California and making that state shit, they might go back 2 generations.
Yeah.
It's the families like mine that go back fucking 5 that built that fucking state.
I'm 3rd gen here.
You know, in Stockton, where I'm from, my maternal grandmother's family is one of the 5 oldest families in that city.
Nice. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, people wonder why I'm proud to be from Stockton. I'm like, dude, you know, when I look at when Stockton was great and the things there that are beautiful, my family fucking built them.
Yep.
Yeah,
my grandfather came out here when he was like 9 or 10 years old from Arkansas.
Right.
Walked his ass out here from there. And because he came from a family of 13. And there wasn't no money for him, dude. They couldn't afford him.
Right. Right. Well, my grandmother's family, the Blues, the Treadways, all of them, my maternal grandmother's family, bro, they came when it was still part of Mexico. They settled in Stockton when Charles Weber created the city, and he created the city on a Mexican charter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, that's how far we go back, you know, and it's like, okay, you know, I was the first person in my maternal grandmother's family not to have been born in California in like 4 generations.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And the only reason I wasn't born in California is because my father was in the Navy. And after he did his Vietnam bit, he got stationed home in Pensacola, Florida.
Right.
That's why I was born in Milton, Florida, which is just right over the border, because my mom didn't want to live on base.
Right.
You know.
Yep. I don't blame her.
I mean.
Oh, you froze? I think you froze up.
Be something to be proud of. No, there we are. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good.
You know, it used to be something to be so proud of. You know, it wasn't the 5th largest economy on earth by accident.
Yeah, no, we are the 5th largest, but they killed it. They're killing the 5th largest economy in the world right now, bro.
It's all moving to Texas, brother. It's all moving to Florida.
Yeah, well, because these guys raise the taxes so fucking high. Nobody wants to stay here. It's the highest living anywhere in the world, bro. PG&E
taxes and regulations, brother.
A kilowatt. Gas $7 a gallon.
Okay.
Fucking
here's one for you.
$18 a fucking dozen eggs. Fucking
they have not built a new refinery in California in 50 fucking years.
Well, they haven't built a reservoir in California in 50 fucking years either, bro. The problem isn't the water. It rains every year.
It rains like hell.
Yeah,
LA releases it into the ocean.
I know.
I mean,
into the Delta. Yeah, I know.
Oh, look what they're doing to the Delta, bro. The Delta's fucking got so much salt in it now.
Yeah, they fucked it up
because they're filtering fresh water out of there.
Yep.
To fucking feed Stockton in the valley, and they're sending water to LA. That LA is letting loose into the Pacific Ocean.
No,
the Delta is going to become salt water.
No, Northern Cali is letting all the water out, dude. Northern California is letting the water out.
SoCal is too.
Yeah,
the Delta is going to die. It's going to die.
Yeah, but
because they're pumping all the fresh water out. It's going to die. But yet the Delta smelt that they're not saving. Oh, wait a minute. They are saving it because the Delta smelt likes brackish water.
Yeah. Shit doesn't make any sense to you, boy.
I used to catch those motherfuckers and use them for bait growing up.
how can you have a fish uphold the whole what's good for the people? All right. That's the problem that we have out in California. The fucking environmentalists out here run everything. We want to do any kind of project. Oh, it's got to go through the environmentalists first. Fuck that. Dude.
Stockton, California with the Delta Keeper. Fuck you people.
Yeah, they put that big old, I don't know if you ever seen it online, but they got the big old hole in the Delta where the water's just pouring out. My buddy goes and puts his boat over there and tries to, sit over there, tries to pull out of it, tries to get sucked in a little bit. Playing stupid games, though. You play stupid games, you win stupid
prizes. That's right.
One of these days, his shit's going to stall and he's going to go right down the hole.
Right down the hole.
Right down the hole.
They'll pop up in LA somewhere.
Yep. Don't fuck around.
I mean, fucking... The Democrats have done so much. California hasn't been great since Pete Wilson was fucking governor. And Pete Wilson warned all of us about this. When he put Prop 187 in there to deny benefits to non-citizens.
Yeah.
That was a warning. I voted for that shit.
Yeah. No, I hear you. And I don't blame you. But the problem is that all these other people come in here and they love to reverse that, right? They love to just start reversing policy because we think this is how it should be. You're not our parents, bro. You do what we want, not what you want.
The great asshole migration.
That's where we're at, dude. These people think they're our parents and that we need to listen to them. No,
yeah, dude, they're not our parents.
You're not our parents. You need to listen to us. We want.
Didn't Al Gore say we'd all be underwater fucking 10 years ago?
Yeah. How did that work out?
How'd that work out?
We were going to freeze to death in the 70s, and then so that's why they went from global warming to global cooling to now it's just climate change. Now it's just
it's just climate change now.
Yeah, climate change is winter, spring, summer, fall. That's climate change, bro. You fucking retards.
I could not agree with you more. I mean, I'm sorry, but I come from the school that spotted owl. I want recipes for it. It tastes good.
Yeah.
I mean, they destroyed all of Northern California's fucking lumber industry because of that. They destroyed it in Oregon because of that.
Yeah, well, see, because what it is because they want to save the trees, bro. Trees only live for so long, though.
I know.
So what do you do when the tree's gonna fucking die? You just let it sit there and rot and catch on fire because that's what's happening in LA right now.
Let the beetles infest
down there. They didn't clear out all the dead wood, all the dead trees, get rid of all the dead underbrush. You would have done that. You would have burnt the fuck down. He told me in 2018 to do that shit, but he didn't do it.
Well, bro, people didn't build there until the great asshole migration for a reason. Because we've been here for generations and we watch that shit burn year in, year out. It's only been doing it for a few million fucking years.
Yep.
I mean, the fire is such a tragedy in California. Motherfucker, that shit's been burning since California has existed.
Listen, we got over 100 trucks, right? We got over 100 trucks sitting in a place waiting to be worked on because they ain't got no money for the mechanics. Now, if you know all this shit's going down, how come you don't have people stationed? How come you don't have people stationed and ready for this shit? You know where the fire's gonna go, where it's more than possibly gonna break out, but we don't get ready. We don't stay ready to be ready. We just wait for the shit to happen.
Do you know what state I live 60 miles from? 60 miles away from Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Okay, I go there to see my family all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
When a hurricane hitting Florida, bro, they're ready before the hurricane gets there.
Yeah, I know. Because they got time. They're
because they know it's going to happen year in, year out, right? I remember when I was a kid, remember when the Sierras caught fire back in the early 80s? Big fucking thing. They were on it. They were on it. California, and how California did shit was legendary back then.
Yep.
And look what they did to it. We had the best schools. And I came out of them good California schools back when they were good. Best fucking weather.
Schools. You got
best everything.
Jobs.
Yeah. But the libtards have turned it to shit. Totally to shit. And the fact that California is now a one-party state,
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
fucking crazy.
democracy, bro.
No, I know.
Remember when they put the jungle primary in, where you could vote for anybody, any party in a primary?
Yeah, and then
That's what
California
murdered
did this.
California politics.
Well, not just that, but California did this. They two Democrats could run against each other in this state. There doesn't
because
have
of
to
the
be a
jungle
Republican and a
primary.
Democrat. There could be
Yeah.
two Democrats. So that's how, and people love, dude, for some reason in California, we love Democrats, dude. We can't get enough of them. We can't get enough of their idiotic fucking policies, bro.
I'll tell you
We're
what,
liberal
man.
here. You know what the most dangerous person in the world is? The white
liberal?
middle-aged liberal woman, bro. She's the most dangerous person on the fucking planet, bro.
Right.
Because she has no common sense and she votes for a fucking morons, bro.
Yeah.
They're all white guilted to death.
Oh,
It's
dude,
crazy.
I have no guilt because of my color. I'll tell you that right
me
now.
neither. I
None.
wasn't here. I wasn't
None.
here for any of that. So
None. My ancestors were guilty of all that shit. And I don't give a fuck because I'm not them. I'm not them. I've never discriminated against anybody for a job or any benefit.
nope.
Never. I've stood up for them. I've stood up for people because I've been a union steward in my trade. Now that I'm, going to be going back into business here when the weather gets better. I don't care what color you are. I don't care who you fuck. The fact is, can you do the work? And that's all I care about.
Can you come in here and not bust my balls while you do the job that I want you to do?
Oh, how about those millennials, man? They're fucking going in there trying to pull all their woke shit at work. They're finding out it ain't working too well.
Yeah, that shit's not going to work. You're going to get fired.
Right. What is your trade anyway, boss?
Me?
Yeah.
Right now, I don't. Right now, I take care of my mom.
Nothing wrong with that. Been there, done that.
My mom's got stage 4 kidney failure and stuff. And I took care of my dad, when he was dying a couple of years ago. So I'm just,
right.
But my grandfather was a painter. Obviously, you know that. I told you that. My grandfather was a painter.
Knew it. That's right.
And my dad, he helped his father paint a little bit. I helped him paint a little bit. It's not something that I got into and did or anything, but I know how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when things are all squared up for you in California in the future or whatever, you always got a job in Mobile. I got you.
Nice. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting out of here too, dude. I mean,
well, too many Californians have gone to Tennessee. I go to Florida. It reminds me too much of Stockton now, with all the fucking strip malls and everything. Right. Pensacola and Milton, Florida used to be separated. Now you don't know the difference. But I came here to Mobile, and yeah, it's a big city and all. But people are still polite and kind here.
Yeah, that's what And
that's why I chose to go to Alabama instead of Florida.
Yeah, I come from a small city, dude, and
more value for my dollar too with the house.
Yeah, I've been raised right. If I see people, I say hi. I just expect that, But people are different, dude. Not everybody who's moved to my city think that way.
Yeah, I remember, when I was a kid in Stockton, you'd wave to people. And
you see somebody and they'd say, hey,
and you knew people. And you knew people, Like my granddad, he knew every painter in town. See a truck with racks on it, he knew the guy.
Yeah.
Back then.
Even the police, right? Even the police.
Yep.
You knew the police guy who's coming to bringing you home to your fucking mom and dad when you were fucking around. Everybody knew everybody.
Oh, yeah. They didn't. It wasn't a big emergency hauling you to juvie. The cop would say, because it's happened to me a few times as a youngster, because the police chief, old police chief Chavez, great friend of the family, right? But, and, his sister was like my godmother, I'd pull some malfeasance, bro. They'd take me home. And I'm like, no, take me to juvie, dude. You take me to Peterson Hall, dude. Take me to juvie. Because I knew once I got home, because I was raised by my uncle, he'd go and beat the living fuck out of me.
Oh, yeah.
And back then, that wasn't child abuse. That was standard operating procedure. No shit. Oh yeah, when I get brought home by the cops, dude, I got my ass beat. And if they took us to my friend's house, right, my friend Gio's house, because we did a lot of foul shit together, his dad would beat the shit out of me before my uncle even got there.
Yeah, back in the day when we were growing up, it took right when they say it took it takes two people to have a child, but it takes a village to raise them. When you fucked around at somebody's house, you got your ass beat by them. They didn't call your dad. You didn't call your daddy. They didn't call your mommy. You got your ass whooped, and that's just the way it was. Nowadays,
no. They called your dad, or they called my uncle or your dad or whatever while you were on your way home.
Yeah, well, exactly. Exactly. And but nowadays, God forbid if you put your hand on a kid and try and tell somebody what to do or somebody else's kid what to do. It's the end of the world, bro. It's like an atomic bomb's gone off. Like, how do you expect your child to act if you don't see him, right? If you're not seeing him, how are you supposed to keep him in line? That's what the whole thing is.
If my uncle or my mom and I say, I feel like a girl today.
Yeah.
they'd slap my mind right. I mean, that's a parent's job.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be your friend, dude.
Parents ain't your
best friend.
No.
They're supposed to teach you how to be independent and teach you how to fucking be on and be self-reliant and fucking and survive. They're not supposed to fucking baby you. The kids these days, they don't even walk to school, bro. They get a ride. And then they get
Beantown, the friend I just talked about, last name Granucci. And his dad, when the Nooch and I'd be up to something bad, his dad would beat the fuck out of him. His dad would beat the fuck out of me. And then I'd be sent home to get the fuck beat out of me again. And then when the Nooch came to my house, he got the fuck beat out of him for it too. Yeah, you did not. Okay, the old neighborhood I grew up in, very mixed neighborhood, right? Mixed. If you're a racist in the neighborhood I grew up in, they kill you. We didn't like you. We didn't want you. You're either from our neighborhood or you weren't. Right. But our neighborhood started off as an old Italian neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, them Dagos were there, and they didn't fuck around, dude.
I know. I'm a Dago.
And everybody in the neighborhood just kind of picked up on it. You go to the Filipino kid's house to eat lumpia. If you fuck around,
just so you know, there's Dago. Yeah.
So you go to the Filipino house, they'll beat the fuck out of you if you fuck around. Yep. You go to the Mexican family's house, they'll beat the fuck out of you. Chinese family's house, they'll beat the fuck out of you. And every parent had everybody else's fucking parent's number. And no shit, if you fucking went nefarious, a lot of the time before you got home, man, that belt was already cracking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember, you'd have your rich kids from like the north side, like where Billy Simpass is from, the north side and shit.
Okay.
But if you went I grew up in East and Central Stockton and in South Stockton, and you went to them quote unquote ghetto neighborhoods and shit, we acted more right than those rich kids did. Because our parents they'd knock the fuck out of us.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit.
Yeah, it's just a different mentality, dude. We grew up in a different time. It's a different mentality. People are, I don't want to raise my kids the way I was raised. I don't want to spank my kids the way I was spanked. I don't want this. And that's why we're all soft now. That's why everybody's soft and that's why we're having all these problems and all this stuff.
Well, bro, they don't even want me yelling. My former employer didn't want me yelling on the job.
Oh, that's fucking retarded. Somebody,
I know.
Right? You gotta,
you yell at an apprentice or a kid, man, their pussy fucking hurts from the get-go.
Yeah, they gotta go.
And I remember when I was an apprentice, if you spoke up, the closest journeyman to you would come put his foot in your ass.
Yeah.
And he said, until you fucking turn out, until you get your stripes, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and carry my shit. Go down to the truck and get my coffee.
That's right. Upstairs with that paint, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I don't care how many.
You're their errand boy until you've got your shit. That's the deal.
That's right.
That's
the fucking deal.
And if you don't, and if you want to learn, you're getting paid to learn too. It's not like you're sitting there for free. But
Right.
you're getting paid good money to learn, and a lot of people just can't handle it, dude. That's what I mean. They're not strong-willed. They're not thick-skinned. They're not.
Well, I think an apprenticeship is more important than a college education.
Yeah, well, you, dude, if you go into plumbing right out of high school and get your shit, you'll be a millionaire.
Oh, you're gonna make a fortune. I wish I'd done that.
Yeah,
you know, I went in the wrong trade.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, Pappy, couldn't you have been a plumber so I could be a plumber today instead of a painter?
Well, painters make good money too. Electricians make good money. You know,
painters do. Painters, it all depends on where you're at.
Yeah, well, same thing.
And if you're union or not.
Yeah, and the other thing is the elevator union is the one. If you can get.
Oh yeah, buddy, fucking, they don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Them and the operator engineers. Oh my God. The money they make.
$110 an hour or 120 an hour right now.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wow.
I mean, it's just wow.
Yeah.
You know, we got to remember the trades built this country.
Oh yeah.
Not the college educated.
No, the college educated want to pretend like they do something.
Right. Right.
All
you know,
they're afraid to do real work.
Right. Right. You know, they'll hang around their water cooler like a certain cowboy fan I know. You know, and in order to be a tough guy, he's got to lie about being a gang member in L.A. and then try to brag that he's not a felon. And I'm wondering, how does that work out? You know, I don't need to say names. You all know who I'm talking about. Exactly. I've signed 82 journeyman cards. That is very true. An apprentice master relationship is literally, if you go into a trade and you're serving an apprenticeship, you know, your master is your second dad.
Yep.
And, you know, if he's a good journeyman, if he's a good fucking guy, you know, he's going to drag you kicking and screaming across that line.
Yep.
And then when it's your turn, you do the same.
Yep.
See, my biggest problem is I look around on jobs, I don't see apprentices. I see illegal aliens.
Yeah, no, I get it, bro.
And it's like, I'm not going to share my knowledge with these fuckers.
No, and I don't.
You know?
But you got to also realize just because they're, part of a certain group don't mean that they are that group. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not everybody's illegal is what I'm trying to say.
No, dude, America is the only country on the planet Earth not built on any particular race, religion, or creed.
No, I get it.
As long as you want to live free and you will die for my freedom and you ain't hurting nobody, and I'll die for your freedom, whether we disagree or not, that's what makes an American. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there. Now, unlike most of the Democrats who want to kill people that disagree with them.
Well, for me, the fundamental right of freedom is the right to choose, right?
Exactly.
You don't have the right to choose. You don't have freedom, dude. It's my right to choose to put on a seatbelt. It's my right to choose to put on a helmet. It's my right to choose to get up and go to work. It's my right to choose to do these things. The government has no right to tell me what I can and can't do.
You sound like a libertarian.
I think you should wear a seatbelt because when you get in an accident, you're going to get more hurt. No, the insurance company wants you to do that because they don't want to pay for me to sit in the fucking hospital.
Right.
That's what it is. That's what it is, dude. They don't give a fuck about your health.
Right.
They give a fuck about the bottom line.
Right. Let me see who we got here. Hello, Trump supporter. Going once. Going twice. All right, bro. I'm going to ban you from my studio. Thank you for coming through.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Nothing much. What you got for me?
Wait, so what's going on in the stream? I'm just, I'm kind of new. What's going on?
We're just talking politics and whatever we feel like. Celebrating Liberation Day.
I'd see him probably like Trump's biggest fan, honestly.
I'm Trump's biggest fan.
Yeah, I'm Trump's biggest fan.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't handle all those Democrats,
He sounds like a troll.
Yeah, you're a troll, bro.
I'm not
Thank
a
you.
fucking troll. I'm not a troll, bro. I'm not a troll, bro.
Turn your camera on then.
Okay. Hello?
Now let me see you.
Okay. I don't feel comfortable now.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah, I knew one of those. I knew one of those would pop up,
Yeah.
Yeah. See ya. Goodbye.
I could tell right away.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, had I not had the overlay on, that motherfucker would have threw a dick up. You fucking know it.
Trying a helicopter or something ridiculous like a retard, dude.
Yeah. Total retard action.
What do people even get out of that? I'm just curious. Like, what's the?
Oh, I got a guy named Aaron Swan, dude, that like fucking gives my number out to people and all. I got people calling, mailing me shit and all this shit. He's just obsessed. But he's on disability.
Oh, he ain't got.
And by the way, Aaron, I am going to report you for disability fraud under the new federal government. And I'm going to send them evidence that you're able to work. Just saying, buddy. I mean, his kids live in Section 8 housing. He moved to California from Oregon under some real suspicious terms. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
And yeah. And if he ever wants to tap my link, I'll be happy to have that discussion with him live. I want to ask him if he touched his daughter.
Oh.
I want to ask him why he beat their mother.
Oh.
Things like that. Provable things. But yeah, hey everybody, I'm going to give you a warning.
Uh-oh.
I'll put up the porn screen, and if I think you're a troll, I ban you for life. It's that simple. I don't care if you agree with me or not. I don't care if you like Trump or hate Trump. If you do want to come on here and just have a conversation, no worries. We're good. But if you want to come up here and be a dickhead, fuck you. Okay? That's just where I'm at with that. But no, you sound like a libertarian, brother. That's what, yeah.
I'm a hybrid, bro.
Okay, what's a hybrid?
I'm a whole bunch of different things. I have a whole bunch of different beliefs. I have a bunch of I have conservative thinking in me. I have a lot of libertarian thoughts in me. I have democratic thoughts too.
Yeah.
We have some socialism, right? We have a fire station, right? We have a police station, right? You need some services that have to be this way, right? You have to have a fire station. So there's some things that we have to have that are good, that are part of socialization, right? But
well, that's really not socialism. That's just civics.
Okay.
That's just civics, bro. Before Karl Marx ever wrote his manifesto, we had fire departments. We had police. We had roads. That's just being civically minded. There's nothing socialist about that. The closest thing we have to socialism that functions that I would want would be public education.
That's definitely not working.
No, because we're not regulating it. I mean, we're allowing this new woke religion, and it's a religion, to infest our schools, and then people throw a fit if somebody wants to put a crucifix in a classroom.
Rockefeller.
That's flag up.
Yeah, Rockefeller came up with the educational system, dude.
I know, to make it good factory workers.
Yeah. So, that's the one thing I don't like about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they're teaching, and they're not teaching them anything about pro-America. They're not teaching them the Bill of Rights. They're not teaching them the Constitution anymore. They're not teaching them to love America. They're not teaching them anything about our shit, dude. And that's part of the problem. Like, how is somebody going to fight for our country and love our country if they don't even know about it? They're teaching these guys.
Bro, kids can't even balance a checkbook anymore. Think about that. Basic life. Kids can't balance a checkbook.
Yeah, like they didn't teach us these don't teach about interest on credit cards. They don't teach any mortgages, how to fill out a car loan, any of that stuff.
Right.
Like, what's the purpose of school? It is to educate you, but they don't get you ready for the real world except to go out there and be a slave to some other guy. If you want to raise, let me tell you guys something right now. If you want to fucking raise, go out and open your own company, because you're not going to ever get what you need from your own boss, from a boss. You need to go out and open your own shit. And that's just the way it is. And the sooner you figure that out, the faster you're going to be rich.
Facts. And what part of our economy has moved more people from poverty to prosperity? The building trades.
Yeah.
The building trades. Hold on one second. Let me do a little PSA. I got 2 people waiting to come in the studio. Fellas, if I don't know you, that's strike 1. If you don't turn on your camera, that's strike 2. Okay? Nobody comes on my panel anymore if I don't know them without their camera on and their face in the frame. So if that's too hard or difficult for you to fucking do, don't click my link. Don't know you. Don't give a fuck about you. Okay? Just letting you guys know. I don't want no more bullshit over here. So I'm going to kick both of you motherfuckers out from the studio. Good fucking bye. I'm going to kick you out. Good fucking bye. And there it is. I know that guy. I know him. He knows me. We're usually on another channel together saying very mean things to each other because we don't like the same football team. Just saying. Nah, sorry, bro. I'm going to have to ban this guy for life here. There you go. Sorry, brother. I just had to do a little cleanup. You know what I'm saying? A little cleanup here on the internet.
Yeah, I just don't, I'm not open to other people's opinion, because I absolutely am, right? I'm all for hearing what people have to say. Just because I don't agree with you doesn't mean I don't want to be your friend or I don't want to be around you. That's what the problem, that's what's happened that's what's happened, right? If somebody don't agree with you now, they don't even want to be your friend. They don't want to be around you. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want. That's just a jackass way of thinking, because you're not going to go through life agreeing with everybody that you meet, right? That's like fighting every guy that you want. That's like fighting every guy that you meet. You're not going to go through life with a lot of bumps and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, one of the trademarks of being a professional is you can work with somebody you hate.
Yeah, because you're definitely not going to be able to get along with everybody, and not everybody's going to want to get along with you. I try to be a passive, nice guy in here, but if somebody fucks around, I'll let them have it. I don't have.
You'll let them find out. I hear you, brother.
But usually, I just come up on here. I want to chill. I don't want to be all, I don't want to be capping on people.
Right. Yeah. When you first come to the internet, it's a lot of fun to do that. But the shit gets old.
Yeah.
And the audience gets tired of it. And it's like, okay, dude, we already got like 20 million wannabe shock jocks on here. Just be you and do your thing, Yeah, exactly. But anyways, man, I'm going to go eat my lunch.
All right.
And yes, hold on. You don't leave yet. Got a tradition on my live streams. Okay? The tradition is, if you've been on my panel, I let you go out uninterrupted, making a closing statement, and I take myself the fuck out. And when you're done with the statement, I kick you out unceremoniously, and then I do the same thing myself, and then I kick myself out, and it's over. So, You have the floor, sir, and I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Well, all right. Right on. Thanks for coming by. Listening to my wacky ideas and conversation, and I'll see you the next time.
Oh, fuck out of here, man. Anyways, everybody, what a great day. This is what my third fucking live stream of the day. Third one, you can see the other two on the YouTube channel. YouTube took me down once. Power Company took me down once. And this here, well, it's the final one. I will be live tonight. Yes. We'll be going live tonight. Whenever I feel like it, I ain't going to give you no time. Be live tonight. We will do a traditional live stream, a traditional Fallout Shelter live stream. I'm going to watch the news a little bit. Got a couple things I need to do. So we can talk about all the wonderful shit President Donald J. Trump has been up to today. All those executive orders. We're going to talk about them all. And if you're a part of my crowd, I'll happily have you up. And if you're not, hey, you got to obey the rules or it's going to be fuck you. That's where it's at. Oh, and I got to go little 8 camel toes here. Okay? Because I'm going to throw out his outro, and since he's dead, I guess I can take it now. Of all the millions of places you could be here on the internet, came here to spend some time with me. Thank you very much for doing that. Hope you were entertained. And we'll catch you next time. Boom. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Happy Liberation Day. God bless America. I'm out.